Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your doom, in which I go down the rabbit hole, not up your asshole. Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my page. My page is about common sense, but I try to keep it down and nitty-gritty under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very, 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 very important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. Listeners' discretion is advised. Listeners' discretion is advised. To many, I may sound incoherent to a degree because I talk very quickly. Okay? I'm very eccentric and esoteric and also cringy. So now you biased motherfuckers can get the hell out of here, okay, right? Because you like to judge people and shit according to how they sound, how they look. I hate that. I despise that the most. Anywho, okay? If you have any comments, questions, insults, or even roasters, you put that shit down below. Okay, there ain't nobody like me on the internet. All right, let's talk about a subject which I would like to see more often. And also, I want to give a warning to you men, okay, how valuable, okay, marriage, how unnecessary, also, marriage really is. All right, so let's get on with the topic. I got this from TMZ here. All right, as you can see here, this guy, okay, I'm going to zoom in, Jason Isbell, which is a strange last name, okay, files to divorce Amanda Shires, okay? Ironclad prenup in place. I'm going to try to keep track of the story, but I'm really not, because I'm a busy guy, and my daughter is me traveling abroad and everything else, because I'm the real McCoy, okay? All right. And so he, okay, this it says is divorcing his wife. There is an ironclad prenup, and I keep saying to you guys, if you're wealthy, don't marry. Don't marry. Just you celebrities, beta simps, and you celebrity beta alpha simps. Okay, Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tates. You don't know what the word simp means? Ask me, okay? Because the terminology of simp is not the true terminology of simp. But you keep thinking that. I'm your Gen Xer, by the way. I'm old, yeah. Okay? I played video games when they first came out. All right, okay. So let's, and I don't look it. You know, I take care of my health in a specific type of way. But let's get on with the topic here. I want to show you guys something. The person who wrote this, okay, is most likely effeminate. So I'll pick out a few things that will red flag this person, you know, cares about women more than men. Okay, so over here, let's read it. He's divorcing her. There's an ironclad prenup, which is a good thing for men to protect their own ass and assets, right? But not in all states you'll be fully protected. But as you scroll down here at what he wrote here, the famous country music couple, who've been together for a decade now, about 11 years, okay? I'm going to concise it down, okay, because there's a lot of words that don't need to be said. He said he ran to the court. So he wrote that in there because I told you he's catering towards the feminine side of things, you know. Nobody, no man, real man who's a manly man is going to say, oh, he ran to the courts. Okay, you know, that's just that's out of pocket, okay, you know. And of course, Tennessee this week, citing reconcilable differences, you know. You're always going to have reconcilable differences. A man and a woman are two different species. Okay, all right. It's very rare to find tomboys and virgins, which most guys you don't look for anyway. Okay, anyway, so that's another subject. According to the docs, okay, he was reading docs. Okay, you know, this guy got a lot of time on his hands. Okay. How you know if it's a guy? You know, guys have a lot more time when they're alone. Women are usually not alone, okay. But let's continue this reading. See, December 3rd is my birthday, which is crazy though. Okay, I always make videos where I tell you guys marriage is not important, but polygyny is. But you don't have to get married through the state. You can have ceremonies. There's nothing wrong with ceremonies. Okay, it's totally legal to have ceremonies. Okay, and women agreeing to be with you. Okay, not through marriage. Marriage is getting married to multiple women is illegal. All right, we should know this in the United States. Okay, and Utah, I think they allow it. I think they may have abolished it. But let's continue on here. I don't want to get off side topic because I talk about so many things. Okay, let's see. He goes on the joint custody. So me, I got full custody, and I get child support. All right, and if you do marry up, guys, marry up, okay? Don't marry down. Your income is like this, okay, right? So you can flip the role, okay? Flip the role, but you guys don't know how to do that because you don't. You go to everybody else. I'm just trying to help you guys out because you guys are most likely get thrown under the bus in the court system. But let's continue on here. It says JI also says that Amanda will enter a parenting plan. See, you before you get involved with a woman, the purpose to be with a woman is mainly to procreate, not for sexual tendencies. There should be no attraction there. It should be business minded. Like, okay, you could be attracted to the woman just to procreate with her because you got to be attractive in some kind of way, unless you could just get, you can adopt, okay, or do artificial insemination. But you want to be attracted to the woman at least by 50%. You don't want to be too picky, okay? Because me, I love darker skinned females, and I like them to be short, okay? But you know how hard that is to find these days, okay? But anyway, parenting plan, okay? You know, see, he's even submitted a certificate highlighting the fact he recently obtained parenting skills. Okay, you know, you don't need the certificate. You know, you could just, but you know how the courts is. My point that I'm gonna make in this video is that why allow a judge to determine where your assets go. But I'm gonna keep reading here. Okay, you know, so he has to prove himself that he's worthy to a judge, which obviously he's just logical. He's the one with the career, so you don't even need to go that far. Okay, you know the judge should see that, but some judges will say, "Oh, your income, no, that's just how it is when you marry up." Okay, you know, marry down. Okay, you know, not to mention spousal support. Not no mention of spousal support. Spousal support here because he's more on the effeminate side. You know, why is he talking about spousal support? Okay, you know how many times women go to court and they get spousal support? Okay, you know, but you beta males are going to keep marrying down. Okay, but you keep doing what you're doing. Okay, you'll learn. Okay, and as I said before, in the background, I am working. Even Candace Owens is working on it. The 304 culture. Okay, she's trying to disseminate and break down that barrier there because it started because of the feminist movement, but I'm trying to protect y'all asses, but y'all don't want to listen. You could be a John or a Trick or a simp. Y'all keep on doing that shit and keep listening to Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate thinking that you're going to be safe. No. You listen to me or the highway. It's my way or the highway. It's okay. But let's continue on now here. See, you could tell this guy is an effeminate here. Most likely all has been hashed out in their prenuptial agreement. It should be, but they can change it. Why allow the judge to determine where your assets go? Because you didn't cover your ass. Me, I covered my ass when I brought my ex-wife here. I was hoping that she would try to fuck up so I can get paid, okay? Yeah, okay. But anyway, that I already told that story too many times on my YouTubes. Which he says, my wife was a virgin. I lost my virginity to my ex-wife. So you guys can't do that, okay? So try not to be like me, okay? You know, save your virginity for a virgin. That's very, very hard to do. Yes. And especially if you're looking overseas. You got to do all of the checks and balances. That's another subject for another day. But let's see. They executed me 2 days before their wedding. Oh, so he executed it 2 days before their wedding. That was a great move, but it might not save him. One other thing, there's a restraining order that was submitted in his filing. What the hell is this? I didn't read this. But it's a standard thing here. It's a standard thing in Tennessee, okay? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But it has nothing to do with the claims of misconduct. Okay. It's simply here to tell both parties to not move any assets. If you sign a prenup, shouldn't that already show you whose assets belong to who? She doesn't have any assets, okay? So that's this clearly, okay? There's no need to even put that there. Whatever, stipulation. I don't care. Okay, and then right here it says to simply tell both parties not to move until the judge. Why would you wait until you get to that point? When I knew I brought my ex-wife here, I was hoping that she would try to call the police. I was hoping that a judge would make a determination, right or wrong. Okay, you guys gotta think of chest. This is a last resort thing you have to do if something's like really putting your life in danger. You know what you're gonna do is self-defense, right? You don't want to be tortured, right? But a lot of you guys like torture, so you go ahead and keep living your life being judged by a judge that don't have nothing, don't know what's going on in your life. All right, so you better take matters into your own hands like the law-abiding citizen. At least get away with a lot of different types of things if you're smart, okay, professionally, okay. But you know how judges are and courts are. They're extortionists. Okay? That's just a system in place. They're going by hearsay. I learned that the hard way twice. They go by hearsay. They do not go by evidence. I see that fist, I'm gonna knock you in your head. And go by hearsay. Hearsay means that the first person who files is usually the winner. They don't care what your side is. Especially if you are darker skinned, okay, or any type of form of attraction. If you're a black man, especially, I heard through statistics, whatever, you'll get judged because you can't afford an attorney. Because it's all about a money laundering thing that's going on. Extort money because you got to pay money to get a lawyer. No. Lawyers should all be free and they should be paid through the government, okay, and that's just how it should be, okay. But anyway, see, he's divvying up his money, okay. Let's see, okay. Jason says that while the prenup is in place, he notes that there's separate property between him, so he bought her shit. So what? It should all be stipulated in the prenup, okay. Don't let this happen, guys. Especially Kanye West. You see what happened to Tyrese, okay? It even happened to me in a sense. She was a virgin. I thought that virgins will most likely be more loyal. I lived in Ethiopia for 2 years, and everything was peaceful, hanky-dinky. But sometimes there are women who their eyes get bigger than their stomach, and they do hypergamy, okay? And then most likely they would slip up, okay? So I'm just trying to tell you, don't be like Kanye West. Don't be like me. I see, the thing is that what I do professional services, okay, of doing things that no one has ever done before. Are virgins actually most likely be loyal if they're poor or suffering? See, that's the first thing. I thought, yeah, and that's true. If they're poor and suffering, they're most likely not to be disloyal. But if they are brought into, this is what I learned. I'm telling you something that most of you guys have never experienced before and never have done. You bring a virgin in this country, in America, because I live in America, she is most likely to cheat. People told me she would cheat. So I'm like, oh, she's a virgin, though. And I said, hey, but we told you not to. But people knew. They said, no, bring your wife here. Just keep her out. And I said, but my Holy Spirit told me to bring her. My Holy Spirit's work, and you guys don't have a Holy Spirit. That makes me different from most of you guys. I hear a voice that talks to me. I'm schizo, they say. But it actually works. It actually fucking works. I've been hearing it ever since I was 7 years old. And I'm not sick or delusional. It actually helps me with a lot of situations, especially when I'm in trouble, okay? It's kind of weird and backwards, okay? But that's another subject for another day. But anyway, don't be like these guys. Just stay out of the marriage thing. It's not worth your time. And that's all I'm saying. You don't want to judge the devil up. That's what happened to me. I was shocked that my ex called the fucking cops on me after I backhanded her for self-defense when she pulled the knife on me. And I mean, all because of a fucking phone. Phones destroy women all the time, guys. Phones destroy most women all of the time. It's the social media that gets to their head. Okay, and that's how they end up dead, okay, or they get too much full of lead, okay, that's just how it is, okay. But you guys ain't psychopaths like me, okay. You guys ain't sick like me, okay. Go crazy like me, but it's okay, I'm just. None of you guys hear any voices? Y'all are not special at all. But don't be like this guy. Look at this guy. He just looks completely unhappy, and while she's just looking, she looks more confident. I can see it in her eyes. The eyes are the windows of the soul, right? He don't look too happy, okay, because he got a career going on, and please, you got money, don't marry. Go in another country and marry, and you'll be more safe. Go into a Muslim country, okay, But anyway, I digress here. I love you all, but I despise the many of you. Please do not be following me. I am on the shadow ban, and that's what I want. That's my plan. I do not want to be popular. I am a private person. I don't want to be a Leon Nelson on anybody trying to kidnap my daughters or anything. I don't want to do all that. Or Mr. Raymond Reddington on a blacklist. I don't want to do that shit. Because there's people who are unprofessional out there who just don't like you simply because. Whatever. I am too motherfucking paranoid to be fraternizing with people who don't want to pay. Money is energy, guys. You are all gods. And if you want knowledge from a real indigo child, chosen one, you come to me, okay? Capiche? But you're not going to find that anywhere on the internet. But that's okay. Because that's what life is about. It's about the experience. It's about learning. My message in this video, again, okay, who's calling me while I'm making a fucking video, is not to marry. Stop marrying. Focus on the children. Build the better future with you and your child. Have the woman have her own place. Shit like that. That's independent. My daughters will not be depending on no man. They will actually pick out the men they want. And there are many overseas. And I highly doubt that men have the capability of cheating as well as women can anyway, in the first place. Okay, so I think it would be, if I was a woman, I will pick a man overseas. I will pick a multitudes of men, okay? But not really, because I'm not a whore, okay? Or 304, okay? Right? But you want to share, you want to reproduce, right? You want to have your offspring genetically from you, right? So you want to find a man who's strong enough and wise enough to have polygyny with that man. But you guys can't do stuff like that. That's some real alpha shit, especially if she's a virgin. But if you are dealing with a woman who's already rolled the block a few times, you are a beta. All right? And some people can be beta in some things, but most of the time, you're beta in too many goddamn things, okay? You know, I would be honest about myself. I'm beta in that department. I'm beta in that department. But everywhere else, I'm an alpha. Okay? As a matter of fact, I would never get married twice, okay? Unless it's beneficial financially for me. Never do that. So focus on the children, guys. Right now in the background, I'm working on the hearsay thing. Okay, Candace Owens is working on the how the movement started, okay? And she likes to talk about how hearsay is attacking the guys and getting thrown under the bus. I'm doing as well. I'm doing something on that as well. Okay, but anyway, that's all I'm really gonna say, guys. I love you all, but I despise the many of you because most of you is just plain stupid. You don't want to go to a proper therapist. I say proper, I'm talking about not a person who's paid behind the desk to just give you medication, okay? Alright? Because I have my own therapist, but I have to give them therapy because I always ask them questions. I'm like, you ain't getting nothing out of me. Okay? But anyway, I digress. I love you all, but I despise the many of you. And you understand my message, right? Because what's going to say? I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And if you want to take things I say as satire, so be it. I'm being serious as fucking possible. Peace.